Spider-Man No Way Home is being perceived and conducted as if it is the end of a trilogy in a major story. Tom Holland, Zendaya, and others have talked about how this end of the trilogy is their end to Spider-Man, at least as we know him. Or at least that's how they approach the project. Today though, Amy Pascal, the head producer over at Sony, had some news about Spider-Man and his future, as well as Tom Holland. Before we get into the exact quote, this is one of your last opportunities to enter to win a hot toy figure from Spider-Man Far From Home. If you would like to win one, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me down below which member of the Sinister Six you're most excited to see. In the interview, Amy Pascal was asked if her continued relationship with Marvel Studios would in fact follow through with the next few Spider-Man films, with many fans believing that it's this relationship that has made the Spider-Man character so popular and brought him back to prominence, after a lot of the movies that Sony solely produced and made were not received very well at all by fans. When asked in an interview today though, Amy Pascal confirmed that Tom Holland would in fact be returning for a Spider-Man 4 on the big screen, and that their relationship with Marvel would continue. In addition to a fourth Spider-Man movie being confirmed by Amy Pascal, they also confirmed that there is going to be another SpiderMan Trilogy with Tom Holland, which is something that we already assumed, with many fans speculating that with Tom Holland we would be getting 3 separate trilogies, one which would follow his high school journey, which will conclude with No Way Home, one of him in college, and one as an adult, all presumably taking place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is Amy Pascal's full quote with Fandango. "This is not the last movie we are going to make with Marvel. This is not the last Spider-Man movie. We are getting ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel partnered yet again. We're thinking of this story as 3 films, and now we're going to go on to the next 3. This is not the last of our MCU movies." Again, this confirms that Amy Pascal has struck a deal with Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, and that likely the next Spider-Man trilogy as well will take place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This deal likely came down to the inclusion of major Sony characters such as Venom and Morbius in the MCU. Again, it will likely follow Tom Holland in his college years, and we have no idea when we can expect the release of the next Spider-Man movie in Spider-Man 4, with it possible that Spider-Man could actually be returning to theaters in 2023 with Spider-Man vs. Venom, which there is currently an unannounced Sony Marvel movie. As to exactly when we can expect a Spider-Man 4, I would say a good 3 to 4 years down the line. This is by far not Tom Holland's last appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he will likely appear down the line as well. I'm just talking about when we can expect a solo Spider-Man film, which I believe that Sony and Marvel will want to take a break between trilogies, and then pick up his story later down the line. Again, I do think it's likely that he'll appear in a Spider-Man vs. Venom film first, before we get a Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland set in the MCU around 3 to 4 years from now. But it's good to know that over at Sony they are currently still working on this, and that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will remain in the MCU for the next trilogy of movies. Anyway, my friends, what are your thoughts on this? And what are your thoughts that the next trilogy of Spider-Man movies will in fact be taking place in the MCU, and that Sony and Marvel have partnered yet again? Again, don't forget to enter the Far From Home hot toy giveaway. It will end on December 1st, at which point we'll be kicking off a brand new giveaway. As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Are you interested in buying yourself some Marvel merch? Some amazing hoodies with your favorite character on it, like Spider-Man, Loki, and Venom? Go click the link in my description box now, and get some awesome discounts from 20% up to 60% off. They offer you free worldwide shipping on orders over $39.90. So, what are you waiting for? Link in the description.